the game. That's dynamite.
Yeah.
There we go. Uranium is decked out in gear. I'm not naked. Spirit orbs and lots of stuff. Now we can go and party and kill some giants.
All right.
I almost blew this whole event.
Well, it would have been quite funny.
It would have been really funny. Guys, can you give me some armor? Right.
I was gonna say you have the fun ability to do that now.
I know. I just I thought I had set up the character, but I set up the wrong character.
Apparently.
Such is the story of my life. All right, so here we go.
No comment.
Meet you guys in Argo. Everybody in Argo. Wow, everybody else is already in Argo. Wow, this is crazy.
Well, you know, you did actually tell them to do that.
I'm just like, how did they get there so quick? All right, this is a new world. I don't know really how they get there so quick. Okay, so what do we got, Kitty? What questions do we have? What can we answer?
Well, we are just slowly. I had not given them the cue to start asking me questions in chat.
The what?
So now people are now.
Any ETA on the next patch? We're just next week.
I think you may have misunderstood. So. Right now, if you're logging into the game, you can see when update 16 is meant to be hitting, and that will be next week. We are just released today. Update 16 is in. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, look, I think it's. Yay! Twitch did its click over thing again. I've got.
What is the click? What is the click over thing?
It's where we briefly go offline. It's been happening.
Is it for ads or something?
No, what it is it basically gives everybody in chat our encoding ability, so you can go up to a higher level of stream. We're working on it. That's all. I've got a friend from one of our other titles who's gave me an internal contact, and fortunately they were all off at PAX last week. So while we wait for everybody to reconnect, because it'll take a few minutes for that to go back. Yay! I love it. Yay technology!
Does it pick up where we left off? Is that how that works?
As far as I know.
Ish.
Yes,
okay.
We think
all
so.
Right.
When I go to export, we now have a block of like every devcast is now two videos, which is awesome. Anyway, doesn't matter. Going back to what we were saying, now that you've listened to Chris and I babble about this for the last, like, 5 minutes. So, Hexerin, the update for update 16 is still set for next Thursday. Still set to go live for next Thursday. And that is September 10th. What went out today is the beta of that. So you'll be able to perhaps try to see whether that will improve some of your frame rate issues. We do think a lot of it is actually tied to the peer-to-peer hosting. So once you start seeing servers pop up in the server list that is above 12 or 8 player slots, you're going to know that that's a dedicated server, because peer-to-peer hosting will only stay at 8, because otherwise your lag issues are just
on the peer-to-peer stuff. Yes, absolutely, it'll stay at 8 players because it works well. We've tested it, and that's fine. But for dedicated servers, we're going to have upwards of 30. We recommend 32 players. I think you could push it higher, but it's not advised. But at the same time, I'm curious to know if it'll break, because we got to test all that.
Sean was running one earlier.
Was he? Yeah. What we're going to do on the Signal side, we're going to actually host probably 2 dedicated servers, East and West, for everybody. We'll probably set them at 32 players and go from there. I'm talking with the code team over here on how we're going to go about doing that. They'll be hosted maybe by Amazon, so it'll be some super high-tech mega server. So performance, depending on what part of the country you're at, and then maybe eventually we'll spread to Dallas, and we'll have some good, we'll make sure that it's evened out. But we will be looking at hosting some official servers, as well as hosting a couple boxes here in Seattle that we'll have set up for dedicated functionality as well. But so just be on the lookout for those. We will support. We will have some support for that as well.
And the thing to remember, of course, is just like the rest of the game, these servers are going to be in beta for quite a while. What we've got right now, knock on wood, seems to work pretty well, but there are definitely, we are expecting bugs. We're expecting issues. That is kind of how it works. And at present, Chris, please correct me if I'm wrong, if we have to run an update for the server worlds, we'll be running probably an update for the beta worlds as well, because they have to be in sync. So we won't have one version out of date in contrast to another, because you've got to be able to play the same game.
Yeah, no, the dedicated server tech, and you know, the main client will always be in parity. It has to, or it won't work. All right, so I got to give away some stuff. We got a dude running around nude. We can't have that.
All right, so while you're doing that, I have
Giveaway?
questions now. No, I have questions.
I'm going to give away stuff, but
no,
okay,
no,
whatever.
No.
Whatever.
Just because you're giving away stuff doesn't mean that I give away stuff. We're not even we're like 2 minutes shy from being not even halfway through since we started late, because somebody got out of his meeting late.
Yeah, I was reading about some Savage stuff, guys. So we were talking about the future of Savage. We actually planned well in advance. It was kind of like planning ahead for the next 3 to 6 months is what we were looking at. So
Elborn is curious. So will Kerr respond? How does it work after you have defeated the dragon?
He'll respawn after 30 minutes. I mean, the last thing I want is the dragon to die, and then he never respawns on the server. I mean, that's kind of silly, right? So we have to break some boundaries of reality here, and Kerr will respawn after 30 minutes. He will rematerialize, born like a phoenix from the ashes to fight again. There you go. Hey, there was a piglet. I love those guys.
Didn't you rework Piglet slightly, which are also not in my notes?
No, there was no work done.
No, the where there's like 4 of them now.
I reworked in 2 parts of the
spawn.
In 2 parts of the world. There's boars kind of spawn more than, you know. There's like there's an area where boars kind of congregate to and spawn more than anywhere else. So you'll have mama boars and piglets all kind of roaming together, and it's much more dangerous. But I just kind of clumped them together over there, where here in the start area near Argo, you might find the random piglet wandering around, which is always fun.
So if you're not in Argo and you see a baby piglet, assume that mama is somewhere around you.
Yeah, the piglets.
As long as you're not in the starting area.
The piglets have a really low chance to cause bleeding damage, where mama is set up to, she'll gore you to death.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, don't aggro the dragon, guys. Let's just let him be. All right. Hold on.
Aggroing the dragon is not the way you summon him to Oscara, or to the ruins of Oscara. FYI, you need the item that Chris mentioned earlier.
There's no auto run, Jove. Sorry. We're making you work at it here.
Like reality.
There's a picture of Kerr.
Lycos Azrael has asked. There's 2 parts here. Will there be more more epic encounter enemies close to or equal in strength to Kerr? Also, what are the chances of me successfully bribing you to give Kerr the ability to vocally taunt players every once in a while you're fighting him?
I think that's a great idea, actually. I would love to have more VO. When you summon Kerr, he actually acknowledges it. I don't know if you guys have seen the other streams, but he does acknowledge when you've summoned him to fight. I would love to have more... Is he going to turn?
Chris would like to have more voiceovers and more content in. We just haven't gotten there yet.
Thank you, Chloe. Finish that sentence for me.
Well, because I know exactly where you're going. Speaking of new sound effects, don't get burned.
Yeah.
You will now scream in pain.
You will scream in pain.
So, don't get burned.
I wish I would have voiced it.
It would have been awesome.
Awesome voice.
Although that does mean that when we get the female character models in, I guess I'm going to be doing the recording for that.
Apparently so.
We're going to need all the female voices and screams and grunts and crying, blah blah blah.
And what better than our community manager?
It's actually a fairly common thing to have happen at a small studio.
Yeah, I used to do voiceover stuff when I worked on Command and Conquer. I did voiceover stuff all the time, screams, and it was always cool.
Well, and not to mention, I actually have that. That was my first career. I was a professional actor. So.
Nice.
Anyways,
all right. We're moving. We're making our way to a Forest Giants. There was a question asked earlier if resources will respawn.
Yes.
And I've always been on the fence about this. I'm not a big fan of spawning resources because that means you can sit in one area and just constantly wait for the node to respawn. Now, a lot of MMORPGs do this. To me, it kind of breaks fiction to some degree. I want players to move through the world. So to do that, you got to move, and I want players to move to find resources. So you got to keep. At this time, I have no plans for it. So there's 67,000 trees in the world to chop down. In my mind, there's plenty of trees to craft stuff, and then there's over 3,000 rocks that you can mine that are kind of scattered here and there. So to me, there's plenty, and I don't want to add respawning resources just yet, unless it's something incredibly rare that would only spawn in a particular part of the island. Then I may consider it. But for the most part, no. How's that? You guys got to keep moving. And if you want, check this out. If you want the best, if you really want to walk away like, a miner 49er, really rich, the area near Court Azul has the best. Those rocks drop more minerals and more ore than anywhere else in the game. They're the best. Those are the best rocks you can mine to get the components you need. Everywhere else, it's just kind of standard fare. Q.
Okay.
All right. Good.
So Barry asks, "Are we planning on changing the arrow physics anytime soon? Do we plan on making a limit for structures?" Made within a game world so that players don't drop something like 2,000 strong boxes and crash large servers.
Yes, I actually
those two first.
I now have the ability to change arrow physics to the way they want. I just haven't done it yet. Same thing with rocks. So we actually have a whole physics system now in place for throwing, velocity and all that good stuff. So eventually, on my list of priority things to get in, it'll probably be tweaked and tuned, especially based on arrow type and bow. But right now, I'm not looking at it because I got a lot of other things I want to look at. More importantly, what I want over the next week is players to get into the beta, engage Kerr, and then give us feedback because I want to balance that encounter. I mean, I've played it. We've tested it here. We know it works. We know it's difficult, but I want players to get in there, and I have a lot of other balancing and tuning things I want to do first.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a process, and it's a small team, and while we would like to do everything all at once, that is just not an option for us.
If you clear out an entire island, I will be thoroughly impressed. 67,000 trees cut down. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's something I would have my kids do as I manage the whole process.
See how long it takes.
And they'd have fun doing it. I wouldn't do it. I would be like, hey, you guys take care of this. I'd manage it. I'd be the foreman.
Yeah.
But that's kind of cool if you can do it. Absolutely.
So Hot Mess asks, how will loot be distributed while playing with multiple people on the new dedicated servers?
That's a great question. How do you guys plan to distribute loot?
Yep.
So who's gonna loot? This is not just there are some things we could put in some systems, but this is a feudal game here, guys. You got to figure it out. You got to work together as a team. There has to be one raid leader for it. He then determines. You guys come up with a role system. You guys got to figure it out. Come up with a point system to determine who's been on the most raids to carry. It's up to you guys.
TLDR, it's basically first come first serve. Whoever gets it first, and yeah, that means it can be a kind of nasty experience, but at present, this is how it's going to be happening.
It's up to you guys.
Does that mean that we're against it, as Chris just said? Does it mean that we're against putting something in? No, it doesn't. And we want the experience of you guys playing to be a good one. But at present, there are no systems in there for that.
No, it's up to you guys to determine how you're going to distribute loot. So we ran into a forest giant. Sleeping. This Kerr is laughing. Carnifex aggroed. Oh, boy, that hurt.
Did you get too close?
I did. I'll hit him from behind. Whoa! Oh, ouch.
Beware of the slice thingy.
It's like a bunch of angry hornets here. Swamping the poor guy.
Let you give that.
It does give me some ideas on how I should tune it one more time. Looks like his attack time might need to be tuned a little bit. By the way, guys, when we play in these situations where I can see a bunch of group of guys attacking these things, it's good because then I can see how the mob reacts in a group environment where normally it's just me by myself fighting the mob. So this is good. Actually, I have an idea of what I want to do now. Thank you, everybody, for the test. This concludes our stream. We're done now. All right, let's go find some more giants.
Hazard and Shade, yes, that was Sean, one of our moderators, as X-Sean in chat, as you see. We were experimenting with what the server cap actually could be. We're just trying different things at this point to make sure that, you know, if someone gets it in their head to try X thing, we know what the expected result will be.
I'm looking at a question, I think, from Elborn. It says, is it possible in any way to kill Kerr by yourself or with just one other friend? If you do, let me know so I can fix it. How's that? We have tried, we've used debug weapons. I've made a lot of tuning changes over the last 4 days based on us playing the encounter. It is a group encounter. He is pretty difficult. He does, you know, Ebon Steel is going to be required to fight him. So I'll leave it at that. And he has a nasty bite, if you can imagine. Imagine him doing a critical hit through your Ebon Steel and killing you in one blow. Ooh, that'd be terrible.
LT is curious whether there will be rivers and various other things, including, I don't know, fishing, perhaps.
I would love, that's something we actually talked about today, was fishing and some new features that we want to get in. Features, you know, more content, more ways to play the game. Oh, crap. Sorry, we got swamped by a pack of wolves. Oh, die! Everybody, where's everybody at? My armor's breaking.
Oh, poor Chris. Poor Chris.
Come on, guys. I got him. See, we're taken care of. So yeah, we'd love to add fishing and more content in the game, and it'll be part of the plan as we move forward. So in time, I want fishing. I would love fishing. I think it'd be great.
We wanted it for quite a while. It's just every time we go to add a new system to the game or something that is in related. I mean, like we added a lot as the patch notes show for update 16. We added a lot in sort of like as they were.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. I have it. Well, that doesn't help. I have it listed as game update 15, and that's being in beta. Okay, let me change the title on the thread.
There was another question, or part of that question was, do we plan to add rivers? And you know, if I may be honest, I think one of the areas that we should have had early on was more. We should have done a better job of creating biomes in the world. You know, right now it's the Sundered Isle, it's frozen, and I think it's really good. But differentiating certain kind of quadrants of the Isle from each other, I think we could have done a better. You know, in retrospect, we could have done a better job of that. And I think as we move forward in development, we're going to do some more of that. But I think early on we should have addressed that earlier. But we were so busy getting a lot of stuff in that it was, you know, we did what we did. Yeah. But in hindsight, I would have definitely have wanted to tweak things more, and we will going forward. If you go to the Tower of Court Azul, which is the second tower towards the west, please.
It's by Befallen.
Yeah, it's by Befallen. That area is kind of, there's a lot, it's more thematic than other parts. You know, you're in a different part of the island. And we're gonna be doing more of that with props and other things. So, but yeah, we should have hit that. We should have done a better job of that early on. Not saying that we haven't done a good job, but we should have. As a developer, I will be honest, that is one of the areas I would like to improve as soon as possible.
Absolutely. And so while you guys are off and looking and felling trees, apparently.
We're now running, we're coming up onto the ruins of Lycor.
All right. Well, I'm going to run our first game giveaway for this.
Giveaway!
This stuff. What keyword, Chris?
What is
I got
the
a headache,
keyword?
so I'm not thinking well.
Keyword. Keyword. What's a good keyword? Soulstorm. All one word.
Is
all
it,
one word. It's all one word.
Is it actually one word in the...
For this,
well, for this purposes, yes. But it's not actually one word, is it?
It's all one word.
Anyway.
For this.
All right. So enter the word Soulstorm into chat if you are interested in picking up a copy of Savage Lands. If you already have a copy of Savage Lands, that's perfectly fine. You can keep it for yourself. You can give it away to a friend. You can... Wait a second. Why is it...
There be giants, Chloe. We need to go hunting for the giants.
That's so weird. Okay. So if you were among the first like 15 people to enter it into chat, enter it again because for whatever reason it wasn't picking it up, and I don't know. Anyway, so yes, if you entered it right after I announced it, make sure you enter it again. Make sure that it is only that word Soulstorm is the name of it. It is one of the new weapons. Is that the one? Is that the pretty glowing one?
Yes.
Right. Because
I think
is the one that's on fire.
One of our testers, Bowie, he's like, this weapon is amazing.
Our awesome lead tester.
Yeah, this weapon's amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't live without it.
Although I honestly, personally prefer Rage.
Oh well, Rage Bane is on.
Just because
it's on fire.
Exactly.
You know, and it gives you a light source at night. I mean, you can't beat that. And,
yeah, and it's
Rage Bane is the only weapon in the game that actually takes reduced. The durability is actually less than other weapons in the game. So even though you can't repair it, it actually, when you're hitting things, it takes less damage than any other weapon in the game. So you want to collect them all. You want to have them all.
You indeed. Okay, so let me do some fixing here. Let's see. All right.
Rage Bane does 65 damage. Soulstorm only does 52, even though Soulstorm has beneficial effects. But it is a beast of a weapon to repair, though. It requires a lot of components.
Mm-hmm.
I love the super demonic voice chat. That's awesome.
Well, but as we did say, that was something that we did get into
it's
16.
Fixed in beta.
So you can go back to using.
It's all good, Chloe.
Well, if you're running the beta, which
We're rocking
nobody
it.
is right now because they're all over here playing.
That's true.
Next week, our assuming that nothing crazy happens, knock on wood, happens during the week, our stream will actually be hosted on one of the new servers. So there'll be more people to come in and play.
Nice.
And maybe we can try and fight Kerr and watch how terribly that goes for everybody.
Well, I'll be the ringer. How's that?
Well, I know you'll be the ringer. So folks, if you are, in fact, let's actually set it up for that. If you're interested,
let's do a Kerr raid next week.
Next week,
I'll be the
on
ringer.
stream, make sure that you have really high gear. You're going to be wanting the end game gear. You're going to want a lot of meat, a lot of Frostburn bandages, and probably a couple of weapons. Maybe multiple weapons.
Look at that, Chloe. I guided him to the next forest giant in the world.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Joker Blah 12, Roll for Charm, Gaius 19, and Imanchu.
There may be a beta update.
Yes.
I'm just telling you that now. Watching the forest giant, yeah, there. I think I got to fix something here.
So congratulations to our winners, and Chris is like, I can already see stuff that I have to go fix.
Yeah, sorry guys. That's like I said. That's the great thing about the streams. Yep. There's always something. I see something that I want to go fix. So, yeah. Why is he doing that? What the heck?
So for folks who just won, Moobot just put a message into chat. Please make sure you click on that link and send me a message here on Twitch. That is how you will get your key. I will be doing those after the stream because it is entirely too difficult to do that during the stream. Only time that I do that during streams is when I'm doing a 24-hour stream. And we might just be doing one of those in a few weeks.
Maybe we should do one, Chloe, and I'll participate in this.
You're going to do more? More of it this time around?
You and I can be together in the same room for 24 hours. And this way we can order food.
Oh, yeah. And then one of us can actually go and get food and not be like, oh, God, I'm dying. I can't look at the screen.
I think we should do it.
All right.
We should, yeah, I think it would be good.
I'm thinking, you know, with all the other stuff that we got going on, a couple weeks might be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, more details on that forthcoming.
Yeah, Barry Punch asked, will there ever be any traps? I would like to add traps in time. Not tomorrow, but it's something on my wish list. Mad traps.
We know that you guys are interested in that, and there was someone who pointed out in the forums that I had gotten more than a little lax on the Trello board sorting. And
what's going on with that?
It's called we were launching another game. However, I do want to point out that if you are interested in tracking and understanding what has been voted on by the community as things that you guys would like to see in the game, you can definitely go over to our Trello board. And you can vote on things yourself if you would like, if there is an idea that you would really like to see in the game. You can also make suggestions, and I haven't updated the suggestions, that's still on my list, but they are now, everything is now back into order, and I updated and made sure that what was currently in beta right now for update 16 is listed where it is appropriately to be listed, and so go on there, check it out, join the conversation. If there's something that you would really like to see added in a very specific way, make sure that you join that conversation so you will be able to be a part of the conversation. Man, far entirely too many conversations.
Shazam?
Word, I don't know. Statement.
Shazam?
Shazam.
Shazam. You got to end it with Shazam!
Erail, and for anyone else who's curious, if you did miss out on the first giveaway, that is okay. We always do a second giveaway towards the end of the...
I think we should have a third giveaway.
Well, we're only going for an hour, so I tend to do them every half hour.
Do you?
Yeah.
So I'm just...
I know, you don't pay attention.
I don't pay attention. I'm having fun, Chloe.
You're off running with
killing
people.
stuff.
I make sure that...
Yeah, I'm all up on the Dragon Raid next weekend if the beta goes live.
Yeah, assuming beta is ready to go.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of pumped.
So, yeah,
we're gonna have to.
We'll know by Tuesday or Wednesday if it's gonna release properly. So by the time I actually do my push and whatnot, you guys will know whether we're actually gonna go ahead with the Dragon Raid. So keep your eyes peeled on the forums for that.
You know what I wanted to call out too? Near the Tower of Cortazul, I added an Easter egg. Ooh. So it's right. What are you doing here, buddy?
Cortazul is on the other side of the island from Osnara, kind of, right?
Why is there a Fury? Golly, what the heck is happening? It's like.
Would you break?
Crazy day. No, there's a Fury standing here in the middle of the day, and I'm.
What did you break?
Hold on. This is why I have a notepad and a pen, so I know exactly where I'm at. Sorry, I got to write something down. I got to check a spawner.
All right. Well, while you do that,
that's odd.
Tipsy, that's not quite how it works when it comes to streams. When it comes to the 24-hour streams, what I was doing last time was, I think I was going in rotations of 6. So the first hour we'd have 1 giveaway, the second hour would be 2, the third 3, the fourth blah blah blah, and then after hour 6, where there were 6 people winning, we would cycle back around and start over again from 1, and all the way through. So, Penguin, that was me remembering to export to YouTube, but forgetting to actually turn them public. So, for anybody who's trying to get caught up in the streams, that was my bad. There was about a month of streams that I apparently hadn't turned public. So
What?
yeah, I remember to. I mostly remember to export them. There is 1 week where our streams, I didn't realize I hadn't exported them.
I wonder if the Furies are spawning during the day or spawn at night, and they're just not.
They're not disappearing during the day. That's possible.
They're not. Yeah. No. I have to look into that.
Absolutely old and ugly. You can message us on Steam. You can hit up myself, Chris, or Sean, or Dev, and we can get your concern either addressed or discussed at the very least.
We're actually rolling up here on the Tower of Court Azul right now.
Indeed. So to finish the conversation about the streams being uploaded to YouTube, Penguin, I try and do them every week. And I normally get them exported every week, and then I don't always remember to update them. The last month was a little crazy, so.
That sound that you heard was the broken in-game voice chat that is fixed in game update 16. All right, carry on, Chloe. Sorry.
That's fine. Okay, so more questions.
These are the rocks, guys, that you want to mine, by the way. We're near Court Azul. All of these rocks near Court Azul. Mine, and mine. I love the in-game voice. It's so bad. What happened? Actually, what happened with the in-game voicing, in-game chat? There was an updated Steam API that just,
broke everything?
No. We didn't update it, and it kind of broke. And
gotcha.
There you go.
Whoops. Game development. Complicated as insert your favorite expletive here. Mythin asked right before the contest. So if you only look up and down while holding the compass, the needle tends to rotate very quickly. Which eye elevation was the needle designed to be read at?
I'm at the right. If you're watching the screen right now, this is where I'm holding the compass right now is the best position to read the compass. Right here, boom. Default, Saber Mitchell right here in front of me, right here, boom. All right, so yeah, it is a little
janky.
It's a little. No, I wouldn't say janky. It's more sensitive.
Oh, that to me is one and the same.
Sensitive and janky are the same thing to you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the difference. Janky to me sounds like the difference between, I don't know, cloth shreds and a set of ebon steel armor. Like, sensitive. Sorry. Deaf mind. I think
you and I have very different ways
plane.
of approaching things.
All right.
So different.
So what else we got? What other questions we got here, Chloe? So here we are, guys. Mine away. The stream's going to be coming to an end in about 5 minutes. So I brought you over to this glorious place where you can mine great minerals and load your bags with riches before we end the stream. How's that? Good. I'm good.
Sure. So Bomad just said that you should check the spawners in Argo for the same issues with plague wolves during the day. It's probably whatever is up with the Night Furies is probably up with the plague wolves, because plague wolves shouldn't be showing up during the day either.
I wonder if maybe it's a transition thing between dusk and dawn.
Just note to self. Put it on your list. Write it down.
Maybe.
You ready?
All right, I got it. I already have it written to take
Ghost
a look
Hawk,
at this.
yes, we do want to get shields in there, but right now we don't actually have any animation for blocking. And that's one of the reasons why we are currently sort of held up. It's also, it's similar to the, no idea what you're doing.
You don't get up to the Tower of Cortazul.
What are we? Okay, I'll come back to that statement because I am not. I'm going to force myself to finish answering poor Ghost Talk.
Come on, Chloe. You can do this.
It's one of the reasons why we also don't have two-handed weaponry or two-handed attacks. With you having like dual wielding things, we don't have the ability right now for your left hand to really do much other than hold a torch or spirit orb or compass. It's kind of think of it like Big Bird's left arm. There are very few times that Big Bird uses his left arm.
What?
It's true.
I never thought about it like that.
Well, I mean, there's a reason for it in the costume itself, but
just messing with you, Chloe. That was a troll. All right. So anyway, keep on, carry on.
Why am I working here? I quit.
You're done.
You gotta go find.
You're out. You're out.
I'm out. I'm done.
Come on.
I'm done.
This is Chloe, the battle-hardened community manager.
Okay. Mythin also has a great question. What are your thoughts on having the cotton as a press E to loot right off the tree, or the bush in this case? Seems odd to basically cut down the bush when you're really just doing this. And honestly, the same thing goes for things like the tree nuts and the frost berries. Why have you destroy the plant when you should technically be able to?
Next question. Next question.
Change how your game system works.
It's just how the system works, unfortunately.
Right. At this point,
it's not a bad idea. It's just
at this point.
So,
which actually would cause you to not have to address the drops as much.
So E would be interact with the object. No, it's a good question. It's a valid question, one that I don't want to answer.
That's fair.
But it's just how the systems are set up right now.
Yeah.
Oh, mined out. You guys are mining all the rocks.
Where are we on the concept of building defensive structures? Also, one of the things that tops our list.
That is a item we talked about today, and something we want to do: fortifications, traps. So it's on the. It's something we want to do at some point. You know, we talked about other things today. Unity 5, moving the game forward to Unity 5, which would require a lot of work, but overall potentially increase the visual fidelity of the game to something really nice. We talked about that and some other cool things, but yeah, it's all with time. So I don't got a better answer.
I like
don't.
Clary's stages because screw the environment on the
screw the environment. That's how I feel. It's a Sunder Dial. Destroy it. Help Kerr in his quest to find and take. Ooh, Spirit Orb.
Squirrel.
Look at that. They're rolling down the hill. That's awesome.
Berry Punch.
Sorry.
Steam mods and community moderation or community mod support is not something that we are not going to start supporting officially until we are out of early access, and that is because, as you can see, to be fair, you may be just joining us for the first time. Our gameplay updates, where we go in and do things like dedicated servers, which address a whole bunch of different things. We're changing the foundation of the game too much, and it would be a terrible experience for the people who actually create mods to come back in and go, you've just dramatically changed everything that I just spent weeks working on.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing for modders, and we don't officially support mods.
Not yet.
At the same time, I don't say that. I think it's great that there are people out there inspired by the game to create content or change up content in such a way that could be a lot of fun. I mean, I don't see there's anything wrong with that. But because we're constantly modifying the game, it does muck with a lot of things, and it would make it very difficult for modders unless you branched off at some point and just went your own way with it. But even then, you don't get all the cool updates that we've been working on or any new systems that we added. And that integration of all that new stuff can be very difficult. So it's I mean, again, if you want to mod the game, I'm not going to stop you in any way.
Yes.
Or we're not going to be like, oh, we're calling the FBI. It's more like we just don't support it, but, you know,
we don't
awesome.
officially support it. We support you wanting to
Yeah.
improve your gameplay experience.
Have nothing more.
There's two very different things there. So.
I love the fact that you'd want to kind of jump in and do your own thing and tweak it. I think that's phenomenal. But because the game changes so much, it will muck with what you do.
Yeah. As we move through early access, and that's sort of been the party line that we've stuck to for basically since we went into early access. There are mods that you can find in the tips, tricks, and other section, the one that basically appears between the general discussion and the feedback or bugs. And you are more than happy to post, or more than welcome to post in there. You know, obviously, please call out that it is a technically unsupported mod, and that, you know, it is sort of at players' risk. There are all the ones that are posted in there. They have that, just so you understand. It's not that they're trying to hack your game. They're just, it's unsupported. You can also find things like mod support for controllers if you'd prefer to work with a controller. One Sean has done, one was done for the official Steam controller. And at least in that particular case, we do actually have plans to have controller support. It's just not there yet.
Cool.
But yeah. Anyway.
There was a question by Myth about allowing for higher quality ore. Absolutely. We're going to be adding more content in terms of items. Oh, there goes a rock. Content in terms of new items, new ore types. So we'll be adding more things to the rocks. Ore type, certain types of new ore may be only found in certain parts of the island. It's something I want to do as well, which Court Azul will probably be one of those first areas where you can only mine certain types of ore or minerals in the next when we start doing our next round of content updates. But yes, the answer is yes. Would love to do it. Cool.
Sorry, there's a war chest.
Are you reading?
Yeah, I was war chesting.
You were war chesting. Huh?
I was war chesting.
How about the ability to make pathways or roads? Maybe. Depends if we can mold certain aspects of our tech to do that. With how we have certain things set up for Unity, with the size of our world in Unity, it could potentially be difficult, but we'll see.
And sort of to follow up with that, currently a lot of people will use trees. They'll use like you cut down trees in pathways. You can use the weapon racks, which they don't form like fences exactly. You cannot place them one right next to each other. Although it'd be really awesome if you could. Hey Chris, can we fix that? And then you also you'll see a variety of other things that are sort of like that people will use. But there is no way to say make a safe torch-lit path that you can walk along to protect yourself from the creepers. I mean the skeleton. The creepers. You been playing Minecraft? Did I? Or am I making a reference? Yes, I'm making a reference. And then Berry Punch was wondering about magic. So there are two types of magic on the world of the Sundered Isle. One of which we are starting to see through things like the spirit orbs and stuff like that. And that is the sort of, you are literally using the spirit of the Sundered Isle to imbue these weapons and imbue these materials with the spirit of the island. And that's why when they tick down the way they do, because you encapsulate it in an object for a little bit, like a spirit orb or a shard. But once you've used it up, you've used it up. And then there is plans, but not yet. I guess Rachel's Bane is actually the first one of that, isn't it? What's that? The first elemental one. Not necessarily. It's dragon. Right, but it's an elemental aspect. It is an unending fire.
It is, but that's because of the dragon.
But isn't that elemental?
No.
It's dragon elemental.
It's dragon.
Yeah, dragon is elemental.
Dragons are ancient, mysterious, and magical. Yeah, sure,
Also jerks. Just flat out jerks.
Ooh, radiant gems.
So.
Look at that. Oh, I'm knocking out stone, high quality ore, low quality ore, low quality, stone. Lots of good stuff. Well, it's good to see that works. All right, so where's the tower? I'm going to walk this way. All right, Chloe, I think it's time. We got to wrap this up because I got
one more question.
I got some bugs to fix.
Yeah, one more of our favorite questions to answer is, where's the map?
I think it's on the Steam Guides section.
Yes.
Right? Is that right? Is that a good answer? You can find it in the...
There is a map, but it's not the answer that they're looking for.
Oh, you mean like an in-game map, like World of Warcraft style? There isn't one. Not yet. And if we do draw one... sorry. There isn't a map. Basically, you have to... There is a map online that you can go in our community section. There's actually a couple great maps that you can use as reference, but there's nothing in-game World of Warcraft style.
And there very likely won't be in that specific style.
Correct.
We do have some ideas moving forward of how you might be able to craft one, but that is not something that's going to show up for a while. DR is calling you out. You're supposed to go summon the dragon.
Wow, he's in the chat. Getting trolled in chat.
Go summon the dragon and die.
I can't summon the dragon. We don't have the right version.
Oh, that's right.
It's not enabled in this version.
Because you're not running beta.
We're running release because we always run with the most stable builds to ensure quality when we play in these experiences.
Next week, assuming nothing goes wrong, DR, you can come back and troll Chris and watch him die terribly.
I won't die terribly. I never die. I'm going to come equipped. Like I said, I'll be the ringer for the battle. I come equipped with dev weapons.
You can aggro him. Sean is right. You can aggro. You may not be able to cross Sarah's ruins and...
Yes. Right now, Kerr flies around the island. You can aggro him. You can make him mad. Well, you don't necessarily make him mad. It's more of him having fun and torching you to death. But in the next update, we actually have a full encounter designed in such a way that you summon Kerr to fight, and you try to battle it out with him. Is it a solo encounter? No. It will require more than one person, unless you figure out some amazing exploit that we haven't found yet, which I hope you do, because I would love to be able to fix it. So that's the beauty of testing.
Indeed.
So,
right,
but he drops a lot of cool stuff. But what did we do? Rage Bane?
No, we did Soulstorm. We're doing Rage Bane this time.
Rage Bane. Let's do Rage Bane.
All right. Rage Bane is one word. B-A-N-E for the second word. You know, Bane, like the character from Batman. Think for a second. No caps, all one word, no spaces. This is the second new weapon that Chris was talking about earlier. And I will give you a heads up, if you are following the Twitch channel, you will have a slightly better chance at winning. I don't know how much better, but you do have a slightly better, that because the plugin doesn't tell me how much better, but you do have a better chance at winning. So this is for a copy of Savage Lands. You may keep it for yourself. DR, I really hope you win. You may give it away on a Twitch stream. You may give it away if you do Let's Play videos. And if you do either Twitch or do videos, please let us know when you're done, or when you're, in the case of a Twitch player, before you go ahead and stream, because we like to come in and watch. We like to comment. We like to give you tips and tricks. And we can't do that if we don't know that you're doing them. So please let us know.
All right, let's get this Rage Bane. Give away some copies.
And if you haven't seen it, it's
pretty cool, isn't it?
It's pretty cool, yeah. It's
a cool weapon. It's like this mace-like axe.
I should have gotten you to give me a picture of them.
Super awesome.
I'll message.
It's on fire.
It is on fire.
I mean, it's super cool. I love it.
So, all right. And I am pulling the winners. Do you want to start doing your rundown while I do this?
I'm doing a rundown right now. I'm running down the mountain. Oh! Like that? That was good. All right, so, yeah. Yes. Dire wolves. All right. Luckily, I have Evan's steel and a flesh ripper. Well, that's not a flesh ripper. Flesh wrapped hammer. Hold on. I'm sorry, Claire. I'm running down the hill. I'm like checking to make sure. I get distracted with stuff.
Yes, I know you do.
I'm looking to. Oh, there it is over there. So, in the area of Cortazul, I have a rock that actually points directly towards the Helion spawn.
Yes, Moret. As soon as the stream is over, I'll come let you in. Good God, my cat is just. She's just being.
It looks like did our video cut out again?
I don't think so. Anyway.
All right. So yes, I'll end. Thank you everybody for coming out. We greatly appreciate the support.
Chris, focus.
We greatly appreciate the support. We appreciate your time. And thank you very much for playing the game. For those guys that joined the server today, super awesome. And by next week, we'll have a dedicated server with 32 players so we can go and engage Kerr if all goes well. If all goes well. So
we'll know by Wednesday.
We'll know by Wednesday. We're looking at solidifying our dedicated server plans today, but the beta is out. So if you want to go try the beta, it's available. Like we said, always set up a new character, a new world, so that you don't corrupt any of your old stuff. that was good.
Hi, DR.
Yeah, DR. That was good. That was good. Yeah. So. If you guys, please, if you run into bugs, let us know. Post them up in our forums. Our mods will do a good job of sorting that out. But please, if you want to host a dedicated server, we would greatly appreciate it because we need the feedback and we want to know what bugs there are out there so we can fix them to make a great experience for everybody. So there you go. Thank you, guys.
Those instructions are up and available. We'll also have a pinned. A properly dedicated pinned thread for all of the discussion regarding dedicated servers specifically. So if you're finding bugs that aren't to do with the dedicated servers, we'll want you to be posting them in our regular bug section, and then for anything to do with dedicated servers, there'll be a specific thread called out for you once we get to that point.
This is an all ages stream. This is an all ages stream. We can't do that. This is after hours.
Anyway, I'm going to start my wrap-up here while they're trolling each other down in the studio. So congratulations to our final winners of the day. This is Mitch 543. Chris, be quiet so they can hear me. Navidi, Ireli, at Cool Joe Tiger, and Shrek. You guys have all won a copy of Savage Land, so make sure that you make sure that you message me after the stream, or by the end of the stream, or when you remember to message me here on Twitch, and I will get you a copy, or we'll get you a code for the game. So congratulations to all the winners. And Dev, there you go. There's the record in the chat. So, with that, as we have said, the instructions for installing dedicated servers are coming very shortly. We just need to actually make sure that they work so that there's very little confusion. Once that is up, please make sure you're jumping into the beta and helping us out. We very much appreciate all your help for that. If you're interested in giving us feedback, you can definitely do so on the forums, but the best way for us to track that is through the Trello board. So you can jump on there and you can vote for your favorite features. If you don't see a feature, and I do encourage you to use the search box up on the top, because it is there are tons and tons and tons of things that are in the game and have been suggested to put into the game. So if you're looking for something, please make sure you search for it first. But if you want to see something done in a very specific way, you can definitely add a comment and join the conversation about that particular title. As well as, if you're looking to get in touch with us, you want to find out the latest and greatest news about Savage Lands, what you need to do is make sure that you are going to savagelandsgame.com, which is our official website, and that always has all the news on the news and or blog tab. I forget which one it's called right now. As well as if you want to make sure that you have updates and are getting the latest news at all times, please follow us either on Twitter at savagelandsgame or on facebook.com, which is, well, on Facebook, facebook.com /savagelandsgame. You can tell what our naming convention is. We try and keep it similar for all our different yes, squirrel. Folks, if you just won a code, please don't message me privately in chat. I need you to send me a message to my Twitch account so that I can send it back to you, because after the chat, or after streams are over, the chats disappear, so please make sure you are actually messaging us.
Well, hold on, Chloe. Hold on.
Well, I'm not done yet because I still have one.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, go. Take care of it.
Thank you. And the last resource that we have for you guys is we definitely have a bunch of player-generated guides and maps which are available in the community hub for Savage Lands, as well as an incredible wiki, and that is something that is entirely player-run. It is being translated into French and German and Russian, so if you have knowledge of one of those languages and you do want to take part, we would love your support. We'd love your help for that. With every update, folks go in and address how what the changes are, and if you are interested in helping us out, please reach out to either Devlin, Pixie, or Sean, two of our moderators. And that is the final thing that I want to say. Thank you so much to our community moderators, Dev, Sean, Cry, Vader. They're here with us in chat whenever they can be. They're there on the forums. If your thread gets moved around or merged, it is not because we don't want to hear what you are saying. It is because they are doing an amazing job to help me do my job and get information passed up to the team in a timely manner. So thank you guys for your feedback and your help and your support.
All right. Hold on.
Chris can do his thing.
No, we got a couple more things. Actually, DR is going to do his thing. So he's gonna get crazy. Watch the chat, everybody.
He's doing it already. So what is he giving away?
Watch the chat.
Yeah, what are the codes for?
They're for Savage Lands.
Oh, okay. DR, for those of you who are just joining us, DR is the head of Signal Studios, and he is putting
He's the Presidente, El Presidente.
So he's putting some free.
So yes, every sip leads to a new code.
Yes. I see. So
that is the agreement we came to as he brought it in.
Chugging. What does that come down to?
Oh my goodness.
Seriously, if you chug, would that be one, or would that be?
I don't know. I'm gonna sip it because I got another meeting. I can't. Boy. All right, so
over the whole thing.
welcome to our streams, everybody. This is how we do it. By the way, if you're new, yeah. So until I'm done with this, DR is gonna, every sip will mean a new code is gonna be poured into the channel. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Chug the rest. All right, hold on. Okay. Oh boy. All right, I'll chug the rest of this down, and DR will throw 10 codes out into chat. All right. Here we go. That's that. All right. Yeah. Go.
Enjoy your next meeting.
Now, I'm going to go fix some bugs. I'm going to go. Oh, boy. So, all right, DR, you're up. Where are the codes? Let's give the codes to the fans.
For Savage Lands. So.
These are that was some Savage Ale. Oh, boy.
No comment. No comment. That's all I got to say. No comment.
Where are the codes, DR? Come on. We're giving away free stuff.
I've got nothing. Now
I gotta go eat something.
Have you had lunch today yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
fun with that.
this is how we roll. All right, everybody. So
There we go.
There we go. Shazam.
So the ones that are in between, you're gonna have to adjust. They're all 5 characters, and they're batched with like there's 5-5-5. So he probably just copied and pasted it. So
this is how we roll.
Your 5 in between, and have fun with that.
This is how we roll, everybody. We have a lot of fun. Thank you. So I'm going to go try and fix some bugs. I'm going to emphasize try. And, there you go. There's some codes out in the channel. Thank you guys very much for stopping by. It's been a lot of fun. Next week, we are going to take down Kerr. And I'll let you guys... I'll bring in some of the items. I'll bring some items with me to kind of ensure victory, but I'll let you guys do some of the work. But I'm curious to see how this will play out. Hopefully we'll have our internal dedicated server up by then. It would be great to have 32 players. It would rock. Anyway, thank you guys for coming out. Hope you had a lot of fun. This is how we do it. And next week, we're going to be doing a raid on Kerr. Cool? But check out our beta. If you check out the beta version, you can see what we have to offer. And please tell me if you guys find any exploits. Please. Thank you very much. And I'm going to figure out how to shut this down now. We all good? Chloe?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Thank you, guys.